Do you ever feel stuck in a job that just doesn't light you up anymore? Like that excitement and energy when you drive to the office and you park the car and you're excited to go in there and greet everybody. And maybe that lasted for a year or two, and then that feeling just goes away. Maybe slowly by slowly, each task seems more like weights people pouring on top of you. Well, you're not alone, because I've been right there too. I've been in the same situation where I felt like going to the office and the drive was a lot longer than it used to be, and getting out of the car was a struggle. And I remember climbing the steps and getting to the office and into the cubicle was another dreading moment, as if I was putting myself in my own prison cell. Well, guess what? You can change that feeling forever. If you're new here, hi, I'm Nathan Amaral. I'm an international entrepreneur, been doing business for over 20 years in multiple countries. And my specialty and my favorite part of those businesses is helping other entrepreneurs go from fear to faith, helping them gain clarity, confidence, and cash flow. Listen, I wasn't always on this side of the aisle. I wasn't always the one who was living in faith. And guess what? Fear doesn't always just go away. It's always with us, but it's how you manage it that gets you to where you want to be. When I was that guy who was brought up from immigrant parents, came to the United States and knew to work really hard, not really smart, but work really hard. So hard that I actually had 3 jobs, and that's all I knew. And I thought the only way to make more money was to keep working. And then slowly I realized that wasn't really feasible because there's only so many hours in a day. Until one day, a man, I call him my first mentor, pushed a book into my life and totally changed my life. And that book started the journey of me not only developing myself, but also developing my mind. And my journey has a windy road from not only personal development seminars, business training, business consulting, failing at a bunch of businesses, and eventually landing into real estate. My road in real estate was a battle. 2 years of constant failure, constant struggle, until I hired a coach. I hired a coach that actually forced me to overcome my fear. And I'll never forget it. If you can remember this just for a moment, imagine with me this for a moment, that you are sitting with us at a Chili's restaurant and I had everything ready. All my homework was stacked on the table. And my mentor and coach asked me, Nathan, he said, you've done all the work. You've done all the tasks I'd asked you to do. You've done the homework. Good job. But why haven't you submitted the offers? Why haven't you, done this part that you need to do? And I said, what happens if they say yes? And that was the biggest question, the biggest hurdle and challenge that I was facing that was holding me back with fear. Fear to actually make money. In order to make money in real estate, you have to make offers. Well, my coach, what he did was he pushed me to make offers. And after I made 11 offers, four offers got accepted. And two of those I closed on and made about $18,000. Those $18,000 changed my life. And I knew at that point in my life that real estate would change my life forever. It's the only thing I wanted to do. And I still do on a passive level. After some time that I realized that real estate got me to where I wanted to be, which was a millionaire status, right? Which I think is kind of everyone's dream to hit, like to be a millionaire. At least that's a financial dream, but it's not a deep rooted lifestyle dream. And a lifestyle dream is freedom, the ability to choose and do what you want, who you want, when you want, and have choices and options. So it's really not about money, but it's about freedom and how to get there. Well, I too was that same guy who drove to his office, went there on a regular basis, made a bunch of money, but I wasn't really satisfied and I wasn't really being fulfilled. What I found during the process of being in real estate investing, I was able to help a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs get started in real estate, close money on their deals, make a bunch of money, even create other millionaires in real estate investing. And that was so rewarding. But what I found out, there was like this weird balance that I had going on, like a balancing demon. I was thinking, man, I'm enjoying and I'm so fired up about helping other people become millionaires in real estate. Then I was actually doing my own real estate business, even though I had achieved my goals and dreams and I've done all kinds of real estate deals. But I was really getting more fired up and more excited about jumping on a call with a client who was closing their first deal than working on maybe like 200 units in Texas on one of my own deals, and I just one day I was just so struggling with this moment. I was like, man, I really want to help more people do and build their business and coach them through the entire process. And that business turned into a consulting coaching business. And that just grew beyond. I mean, I came out with courses and training and books. And over the years, I've been doing this for over 15 years. I've been helping people in this area. However, one of the most coolest things along the way is as I was growing these businesses, I had other experts and gurus and, speakers and trainers, coaches contact me and say, Nathan, can you help me with my organization? Can you help me build my organization? Can you help me do this? Can you help me create a coaching program? And at the time I was like, yeah, sure. Yes. Okay, cool. A yes guy, not in a bad way, but I was just going forward and I loved it and I enjoyed it. And I didn't have a family. I was traveling all over the world, all over the country and all over the world. And it was a fantastic time. And then over time, my lifestyle changed. Started having kids. And I also didn't want that lifestyle to change too much because I love to travel and I love seeing new sites. So I slowly started to migrate and change my business model into more online and create this lifestyle of freedom where I got to choose to do what I want and when I wanted, any country that I wanted to. And I've done that for so many years. Actually, right now, I'm filming this while I'm in Uganda. So I've been all over and I'm able to do business anywhere in the world. And I'm not saying Uganda may be for you, but whatever country is interesting for you. But what I do want to share with you and inspire you, maybe just give you a seed of encouragement, maybe turn on the fan and push away the fog and create some clarity for you that the reality is no matter what job you're in right now, you can make money online. You can make money virtually. Maybe you're not even working a job, but you want to take a skill or a service and provide a valuable service online. Maybe you have this skill set and you want to coach people on how to do it and get paid to do it. I'll give you an example because this was happening to me very often. When people come to you and ask you, can you help me with this? And you want to say yes, or you do say yes, and you say, and they want to pay you, right? They want to pay you money for helping them. If you've ever been in this position, you say, no, I would do this for free. I love doing this. I would do it for free. If you've ever experienced that statement, then what I encourage you to do is look deeper into that because you obviously took the time to do it for free because you love it so much. Now, what you need to do is get paid for that. Now, that's a discovery process. You may not know how to do that, how to position your product, how to position the price, what people would charge, where are these people, right? It's not going to be your neighbor maybe anymore, whoever. But the reality is you can get paid very well for helping a bunch of other people. Whether you choose to do it by the masses, which I've done, or you can do it by a little bit of people, like I don't mean small people, I mean like a small group of people, a limited quantity of people, but at a higher price, and you focus more attention on them. So I've done all these models and I can help you do the same if you're in this mode of discovery and trying to figure out, well, how would I make money online? How would I make money from my knowledge or my skill set? So here's what I'm going to do for you is get into the description. There's a link in there. You can book a free discovery session where we basically listen. And by the way, this is a recorded meeting. The reason why it's recorded is because I use AI to take our conversation. At the end of that conversation, it sends it through a very specific prompt style that I have to help my clients get a clear plan on what they're trying to do and achieve. And we take that plan and then we deliver it to you so that you have some action steps to follow. This is very specific because I work with specific individuals. I don't just work with anybody, but I work with specific individuals to help create plans and create clarity on the direction they're going into, and then to build confidence by moving forward and getting paid to do this business, and then get cash flow and to build it as a full-time, maybe a part-time or even a full-time business. So that sounds like you and you've been in this situation before, or you're in this situation and you want to get out of it, then click on the link in the description. And that is one of the main reasons why I got into this business or transition. Now, listen, I still do real estate. 100%. I still do real estate. I'm more of a passive investor. So invest in deals. People bring me deals all the time. I fund deals. But I'm not like actively always looking for deals. I'll look for deals sometimes. Like right now, if you look at my other videos, you can see I'm looking in a few different countries for different pieces of property, which I would do. But also, I love where someone else tells me, Nathan, Thank you so much. This has been amazing. You can check out the testimonials playlist on the channel, and you can see, like, thank you so much for helping me do XYZ, achieving this, hitting this number. And I'll be sharing more of those. I've helped so many other coaching experts along the way. Actually, it's been 15 years. Go from maybe 0 to maybe 100,000 and that and beyond, millions of dollars worth of revenue into their business, and change the trajectory of their life. So if that's you and that sounds interesting and you think this is something you want to explore, click on the link in the description and get registered for a discovery call, and I'll see you in there. All right, see ya.